Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today, I'm going to be modifying a brand new Kershaw Skyline. Stick with it. So first, we're going to open up this guy real quick. Recently just got this Skyline to mod because I wanted to put new scales on a Skyline, and I didn't want to change the one that I currently have, and the scales that I was looking at. Gotta love that fresh out the box Skyline action. Needs adjusted horribly. But yep, got a black wash Skyline here that we are going to modify. First thing I'm going to do real quick here. And guys, this is just kind of meant to be like a little throw together video of you guys just kind of watching me do my thing. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take off the okay, that's right sized bit. I'm just going to take off the pocket clip real quick, because that's going to be one of the first things we're going to have to take off regardless. Actually, the Skyline is one of my favorite pocket knives to carry. I have one with an acid wash blade, and this one here has a black wash. I think mine's acid wash. If it's not acid wash, it's like a stone wash or something like that. But I really like the design of the Skyline, so I decided that I like it so much I will actually mod one. Guys are probably wondering why I'm not modding the clip first, and that's probably because I want to mod both the clip and the scales, and I think that the scales is probably the first thing to... There, I got it to flip open. Kind of a little dud going on there, but because I'm putting a whole new thing on it. All right, now we're just going to take off the scales here. But because I'm putting a whole new thing on it, doesn't matter how much we lube it up, because I'm going to have to lube it up when we put it on the next thing anyway. So that also reminds me, I forgot my my knife lubricant upstairs in my room where I keep all my knife stuff. So I'm gonna have to go up and get that soon. At least when we get to that stage of the reassembly slash disassembly slash whatever you want to call this customizing video. All right, there's the next screw. All right, so now the only thing holding this all together is the pivot. So we're gonna, that was my doggy leaping down from her spot on the chair. Okay, and this will work perfectly for the pivot. Pivot need loosened anyway, but we're gonna loosen it all the way off now. And there's the pivot screw. And this thing should just come right on apart. Look at that. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure. Right there it is. And we're gonna need, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need that guy right there too. And I'm pretty sure we can, these guys, we're done with for now. I'm pretty sure at least. And now we got the Flytanium over here. And it's sealed shut, so I'm gonna have to open it with a knife, and it's a good thing. I also got a Kershaw barge with this order. Only reason why I got the barge was because it was actually going out of stock, and I thought, you know what, maybe nice little gift to myself here. So these are some brass Flytanium scales. I didn't want to cut it all the way open because I didn't want to cut this nice Flytanium sticker. So now here are, oh, these are gorgeous. Brass Flytanium scales. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So first thing we're gonna do here is just line everything up right like that, and got to get this pivot out. Come on, buddy. You're really wanting to stay stuck in there, aren't you? There we go. Finally got it out. That was not an easy task. That was definitely not an easy task. Getting that pivot out of there. All right, now we just gotta line them up, and look at that. Just gotta. Give me a second here. We got a line. Pivot's now lined up in there. Perfect. Now we're gonna put the, oops. Pivot was lined up in there, perfect. Now we're gonna shove it in there, make sure it's nice and lined up. Look at that. All right, now we're gonna take a brief break while I go run and grab the blue lube. For you guys, it won't feel like a time at all. So guys, I'm back, and I got my Benchmade blue lube right here. We're just gonna leave that off to the side there. And we're gonna just put a drop or two there. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're going to wipe this baby down with a paper towel to get all of that Kershaw factory lubricant off of it. Alrighty. Now I just got to get this washer off of this right here, and I don't. Sorry, I'm going to be washing my hands after this anyway. All right. Now we're going to wipe down this washer real quick. There she blows. We're going to reassemble it in the open position here. And there we go. Okay, make sure this is all nice and lined up. Put a couple drops of blue lube here. Drop one there, there. That should do it. Drop down this washer. There we go. Ooh, and I almost forgot the back spacer. This guy right here, the little black back spacer. Put him right there. And just drop this guy on. Right like that. Here comes the fun part. Lining everything back. Oh. I forgot to put some blue lube on this. I almost forgot to put some blue lube there. That would have been a little interesting. Just a little bit. Now we're gonna have to try to, the fun part here, trying to line everything up as well as we can. And I keep knocking this back spacer out. Trying to keep as steady of a hand as I can. All right, you know what? We're just gonna put the pivot in and put it in loosely here. Trying to make it so you guys can see what's going on here. Put this pivot in. All right, and if you notice, you can see it is definitely loose, the pivot. boy needs shoved in there a little bit more. Wonder what would happen if I keep tightening. He just got moved around. Okay. It's not what we wanted to happen there. Okay, have this be a little loose. That was just a water bottle that just popped open, probably because of pressure or something. But why are you not wanting to line up here, bud? You guys can see that this is only in one take. So you guys are going to watch me struggle and have fun while you watch me struggle, I guess. All right there, buddy. So we're just gonna, can we pop you out at all? So we'll realign you. Or are you not gonna let us do that? There we go. Bring that open. Release you. Okay. Which is the way that you are most comfortable here? Boom. Now we're gonna have to keep applying pressure to this basically the whole time. And now we're gonna have to retake this washer off and put it back on. There's plenty of lube on this, I can tell you that. There we go. What is going on with this lock? Come on. Interesting. Oh, the lock bar is good. The lock bar is on. Good. Now we're just gonna plop you over top. Check this guy out. All right, he's good for now. Good for now. Good for now. Good for now. And we're gonna grab this screw here. Come on. There we go. This Kershaw K-tool is supposed to be magnetic, and clearly that was not connecting to the screw. Please tell me it's gonna be good. Applying pressure. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now I need to put this backspacer in. So now we're just gonna slide this backspacer in right here. And try to line this up. All right, now we need to grab the smaller bit. I don't know where it ended up getting to. I think it was this bit right here. If I remember correctly. So we're just gonna drop this in there. Up. Found the hole, I think. Yep, it did. Right there it went. And now we're just gonna tighten this bad boy up. Perfect. All right, now I need to just line up the second guy here. There we go. Start screwing this guy in. All right, he's locking up real nice. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. I forgot, because I'm big dumb, that they screw into the things on the other knife. I'm big smart. I am the biggest of the smarts. So this just kind of fell in there. We actually need these guys right here to have a decent lockup. Okay, you coming out? So I need a slightly bigger one to push those out. So I'm just gonna grab the next biggest bit here. Please tell me you guys come out. Sounded promising. You guys need to get out of there. Wonder what would happen if I'd take this screw here and just give it a little poke. Fun times, guys, fun times. Yeah, because we need those for this to work, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to get these out of here. Oh my. Things you don't think of until you actually need to worry about it. Trying to figure out how to get these guys out of here. Nope. Let's try this smaller guy again. This is the part that I was worried about. I was worried about you guys seeing me struggle for a while, but maybe it'll make it entertaining. We don't know. And it's just not coming out. I don't know why. All right, you connect magnetically. We're gonna see what would happen if we try to... And to no avail, huh? Are you guys built into the... Looks like they might actually be built into the thing. I'm trying to look at it through this. Are they built into the scale? It doesn't look like it because they look like they're a separate piece. But then how would you get these guys out of there? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh. Well. There might be a, if I can't figure out how to get these guys out, I might just cut the video here instead of having you guys watch me struggle this whole time. And I'll get the video back up, film the next part of it or whatever when I can actually figure out how to get those. Because right here is where the screw laid. And then right here is where they ended. So you need these because these are like the thread. All right, well, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna end this clip here and we'll see what happens in the next section here. Hopefully I can figure this out before the day's over. If not, I'll be filming this tomorrow, so. Yeah, never thought I'd forget about something like this, and now I just can't figure out how to get them out. It looks like they should just pop out, but what do you get to help assist them to pop out? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Thanks guys for dealing with this, and we'll see what happens in the next clip. Guys, I actually figured it out. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this smallest bit offered in the Kershaw K tool, and I'm actually taking it and I'm applying, trying to show you guys, I'm applying a little pressure and then I'm just kind of wiggling. And, whoop, doing it the wrong way. I'm pushing it in. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. And I'm just kind of offering a little bit of pressure and I'm wiggling, trying to help pop this baby out. And it worked really well for the last one. And I'm just kind of wiggling and applying pressure and wiggling and wiggling and wiggling. Wiggling. Trying to make sure you guys can see this. It's a little dark, but I'm just wiggling and applying pressure And boom, did you see that? There, it just popped out. So now I'm just gonna take my nail, get underneath that, and just lift it right off. And we got those babies out. Look at that, perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put it in one scale at a time here. Put this one in first, and then put this screw in. That way, I don't have to worry about the backspacer coming out. Twisty, 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 and it should thread right into that black stop thing right there. Fixing that problem we were having earlier. Boom, look at that, there it is. So now we just gotta do the same thing over here. Just gonna undo this guy right here, pulling this guy out. Okay, now we're just gonna stick this end piece back here on this side. And we're gonna take our screw, we're just gonna stick him in there and tighten her up. Oh, seems like someone's trying to escape there. We're just gonna push him down. There we go, and just gonna screw this baby in. So now we got ourselves the most high tension Skyline I've ever felt. Probably because we need to loosen up this pivot here, which we can do till it gets to be the action we want it to be. Just trying to find that bit. Here it is, right here. I'll loosen it about a quarter of a turn. That sounds pretty perfect. There's actually, I don't know if you guys can hear this, I'll pull it up closer to the microphones. You can hear a little bit of rubbing going on. So what I actually might do is just drop some blue lube in the back here. Drop it in there and drop it in on the other side, right like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the knife and go like this. Rub that blue lube in. That way, hopefully, it worked itself out. There we go. So now I'm just gonna put the pocket clip on, and step one of this modifying this Skyline will be completed. So now that I got it at a detent that I'm okay with at the moment, as far as loosening the pivot and everything, not detent, level of smoothness that I actually kind of enjoy, I'm going to right now put the screws back in the pocket clip, and I zoomed you guys in a little bit for this. We're gonna start off right here with this screw right like this, and we're just gonna screw this guy in. Try not to create a shadow here for you guys, but just gonna screw this guy down. Oh, it's being a little difficult one, so we're just gonna turn it like this and screw him down like that, and then we're just gonna do the next guy right here. Stick him right there. Screw this guy in. Right like that, and I now have oh, blade centering on this guy's garbage. That's actually with the rubbing we were hearing. That's the problem. So the clip is now on there, nice and ready to rock and roll. Centering on this guy is garbo, so we're gonna try to fix that right now. Try to fix the centering, and that's why we actually heard that rubbing. If you can see the centering on this guy, awful. It's all the way up against. Let me see what happens when maybe it's trying to loosen it. See what happens. Nope, loosening it is not helping the centering. Why is this guy having awful centering? Tightened it. I wonder if it's not because these guys are too tight. Because that can sometimes have something to do with the blade centering. For anyone that does not know that, sometimes the screws going in the body here can be culprits of blade centering. So I'm just going to loosen these guys up. See what this does to the centering of the blade. Loosening him up a couple turns. Loosening him up a couple turns. Still, the blade centering is very far to the right. And all I did was just make the pivot. All I did was make the lockup easier to disengage. And I made the pivot a little. That sound just bothers the crap. I don't know if it bothers the crap out of you guys or not. Let me readjust this here. Not the right size. Here we go. Now I'm just gonna figure out why this guy is not being centered. I've tightened it up as far as I could. Now I'm just gonna loosen it until I think that the detent is usable. It's actually a decent detent going on right there. Now I just need to fix the centering, which I'll do on my own. It's not rubbing right now. So it's far enough, there's a little bit of space in there, so it's far enough away that it's not rubbing. But it still bothers me. So we're gonna have to figure out what we can do with those. I'm actually gonna, right now before I call it quits, I'm gonna try tightening up these guys right here and seeing what that does for the detent, the centering actually. This guy just keeps spinning. Oh. And we're against. I'll loosen these guys up about a half a turn each. And still not sure how to correct this blade centering here. It makes me wonder if it's not actually the pivot being a little too loose. So let me tighten that guy up a quarter of a turn here. I'm gonna put some pressure on the blade, putting it where I want it, and then I'm just gonna give this guy a little bit of a quarter of a turn, and he locked right back against. So it's not that. I'm not so sure then what this actually is, or if I'm just gonna have to put up with a blade that has bad centering. But I will talk about that in the next video of this series, where I put all new hardware on this guy. I'm gonna do some blue anodized hardware and blue anodized deep carry pocket clip. So till then, this is what we got now. We got our brass Kershaw black. Oof. Let me loosen it just so I can get a flip or two out of it for you guys. our brass Kershaw Skyline. Yeah, that has blade rubbing on the thingy. That's fun, but right now it's just what we got, and it's drop shutty, so that's something. Kind of, not really. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.